started doing the chili, we've been doing these Sundays for about 3 years, and originally we did have like a barbecue setup going on, but it was kind of too difficult to be out here doing that and then being in the room and all that. So the wife came up with the genius idea of doing the vegetarian chili, because kind of everyone can enjoy vegetarian. The one I do now is kind of like a bastardised version of hers, but I've kind of tweaked it to the point where I think it's actually good. The ingredients are, if I can get yellow capsicums, that's all 3 varieties of capsicum, red, green and yellow. I use bullhorn chilies, the small red chilies, jalapenos, this great canned smoked chipotles. I put some of those in. I use some liquid smoke kind of stuff, hickory as well. Throw in 4 onions, 2 red, 1 yellow, 1 white. What else is in there? Garlic, a few cloves, squashed up garlic. And the bean component is the cannellini, the butter beans, borlotti, and 2 cans of red kidney beans, 2 large cans of diced tomatoes, dried oregano, cumin, smoked and hot paprika, cinnamon, black pepper, ground black pepper, white pepper. What else is in there? I think that might be it. Possibly. Oh yeah, I slice up some, chop up the stalks of coriander and put that in the morning, just before I come to work. And also, that's when I put in the sweet potato component. And the sweet potato, I roast that separately and put that in the morning too, because if you put it in when you're actually cooking it up, it goes like a potato, just like goes to mush basically. So if you roast it and put it in later, it holds its consistency and form. The rest of the coriander, I chop that up, and when I serve the chili, you put a little bit of the chopped coriander on top, which brings out the flavour of the sweet potato. It kind of works really nicely. And a bit of sour cream. And we've got corn chips there, crush them up too and put them on there as well. Who doesn't like eating? I mean, and it's free. I mean, you know, I don't know, it kind of works, I think. People, well, it kind of goes every week, and I don't think it's just because it's free. I think people genuinely like it, and they come back for seconds and thirds sometimes. So, yeah, it's kind of, I think it's a nice thing to do. I listen to the radio, usually Triple R. So I get, in the morning I've got Brian Wise's Off the Record program, which is perfect because that's a mixture of musics. And then a bit of chat with the Film Buffs forecast. And then I can't actually know, I should be finished by 2 o'clock when they finish their show. Otherwise I'm running behind. Yeah, and I think that's pretty well much it. James, the boss of Cherry, boss of rock and roll in Melbourne, suggested it. We were thinking of doing something on a Sunday a few years ago, and he just said, naturally, let's do a blues gig. So, yeah, it was kind of worked out through the necessity of trying to get some blues in the city. There was a few gigs, like Young and Jackson's used to have a Sunday, but that stopped around about 3 years ago when I kind of started this. And there's not much blues actually in the CBD at all anymore, so we're kind of unique in that respect. The only thing that's missing here is a beer garden, unfortunately. But who doesn't like to sit in a basement and in the dark and check out some blues. It's great. It's perfect. My Triple R program, SON of CRAWDADDY. I've been doing that for, this is my 30th year this year. I think around about October or November or September, I think I started 30 years ago. Actually, I've been on air 31 years with the actual that show at that time slot. It has been on air for 30 years. And I play all types of blues, acoustic, electric, red, black, green, white, local, and international, pre-war, and stuff like these guys that are playing today. Everything.
This current lineup's been together about 2007, which is quite a while, maybe too long. But no, it's great. And our first gig at the Cherry Bar today, so a bit of an auspicious.
Excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Well, some of us are.
And it's a great venue, so big reputation. We've been keen to play here for a while, so it's great to get here and enjoy some of Max's chili later as well. What's our scene? Well, it's funny. It's to me, it's
You have
the music.
two children.
Well, I do, but there are not so much children anymore. They're more teenagers. That's an issue in itself. But I think blues rock. I've always been a fan of blues and blues rock. So Gary Moore, early Fleetwood Mac, Pettigrew, and all this extra stuff. So to me, that music's timeless. So when you say scene, that'd be the blues rock scene, and I guess we attract all sorts of ages. Some of the younger guys come through and listen to the new stuff, and then want to go back to the older stuff to hear where it came from.
My scene would definitely be music. I mean, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't. I wouldn't be talking to you guys if it wasn't for music.
Tore down, almost level with the ground. Tore down, I'm almost level with the ground. I feel like this when my baby can be found. Oh, I went to the river, jump in. My baby showed up and said, I'll tell you where now I'm tore down. I'm almost settled with the ground. Feel like this when my baby hand me found. Well, I love you, baby, on my mate. Love like mine is out of sight. Love you, pretty girl, tell her what I do. When you leave me, baby, I get so mad. We were tore down. I'm almost settled with the ground.